What's going on YouTube? Happy Sunday. It's your boy Ty. I wanted to come and just quickly introduce myself to you. I don't know if you follow any of my other social handles, but I'll drop those here just so you can follow along with the journey. But I'm the brand owner of Organic Vision, and basically I want to just talk about how we started, why, what was the inspiration behind it, and what you guys can look forward to, not only on this channel, but if you're interested in anything that we produce, so you can kind of get an idea of those types of garments that we'll have available soon. So first things first, from Norfolk, Virginia, and raised there. I currently reside in North Carolina. I've been here since 2011. So it's been a journey. I went to Maury High. From there, I went to Virginia State University, and then I got my first career, and that kind of moved me out here to the Carolinas. So that's kind of how I got here. But I guess the love for garments or clothing or whatnot kind of started in, I say high school is when I really started looking at it. You know, putting things together. Before then, my mom was always influential about you should try this or you should wear this, and I think you look good in this, and kind of was always trying to talk me out of like riding the trends and just try to start to wear stuff that maybe not everybody else wears, because she thought that if I did do it, other people would wear it. But so that's kind of what got me into it, and she would kind of take me out on the weekends or whatnot. We go sneaker shopping, and that was my favorite thing to do. So that's kind of where everything started. Picking out stuff on my own started with my first job. So I got my first job at Food Line. The whole purpose of that job in my mind was to get shoes, get sneakers, because it was starting to get expensive. You grow, your foot gets bigger, the sizes are more expensive to my mom or whatnot. So I was like, all right, I see what's going on. So let me get my own job, and then I'll be able to go buy my own shoes. And so that's exactly what I did. So that summer, I was able to fund my wardrobe for high school the following year. And so I was able to buy everything I wanted by myself just because I started that gig. And then started a thing. I used to get paid on Wednesdays. So me and a friend of mine, we would go every Wednesday and we'd go to the mall and we'd pick up a new outfit every Wednesday, every other Wednesday, because I got paid bi-weekly. And it just kind of started from there, just liking to put different things together. Not always flashy. Sometimes it could be just a jacket, regular t-shirt, pants, whatever. Not always the most expensive stuff either. Just what I liked and what I thought looked good on myself. I mean, some trends you'll follow, obviously, just because that's what's in. But for the most part, I try to like just put stuff together that I see. That I may have seen somebody else wear it, or I may have seen somebody put it together. But I feel like me putting my own spin on it, I enjoyed it, and it's kind of my inspiration for clothing and why I started liking clothing, why I took a liking to clothing, and why I started a clothing brand. More so like the mission behind it, what it means. Recently, or I'll say 2012, I got like I would say my first official career in management, and I thought management was what I wanted to do forever. So I got this job. I was moving up the ranks. You know, it was corporate type of stuff, and I enjoyed it to the point where I was getting to move and move. But when I started getting to a point where um, I thought I should be in a bit of better place, or I thought I should get a promotion, or this or that, things didn't happen the way I thought it would. But it was also a sign for me to say, hey, like, you have an entrepreneurial spirit, the way you work, your work ethic. I come from a family of some entrepreneurs who started their own thing. My dad's like a super workaholic. My mom's a workaholic too. But I think I get that work ethic from my family, just wanting to do something that's going to provide not only for my family, but the ones that will come behind me, something that they can kind of pass down, so that everybody doesn't have to start from scratch. I started to get to a point where I realized I was replaceable at the drop of a dime. Like I can, if I get sick for too long and they feel like I'm taking too long to come back, just like any corporation, it wasn't anything specific to them, but just the whole corporate world just became a little less attractive in my eyes, versus what I knew I could do, versus what I knew I could bring to the table if I just put my head to it, if I worked at it long enough, and if I was determined enough, I could do anything that I really wanted to put my mind to it. But it needed to be something that I was really passionate about, something I was really interested in, something that I really wanted to do. And I went through a spell of like trying different things and trying to figure out, all right, is this what it is, or is it something else? I tried a multitude of things, and I'm starting to learn myself a little bit more as I got older. It's like, yeah, I thought I wanted to do that, but I really don't. And I'm a type of person that I'm going to do what it takes to get the necessities of life taken care of. So I'll take on some things that I not necessarily want to do, just because I know at the end of the day we still have to survive. So we still got to put food on our tables. We don't really have no expiration date. We don't know how long we're gonna be here. So let me try to find out how I can do something that I do love while I am still here, and I can still take care of my family, and I can still do more, even more things with that, and help other people that I don't even know, which is more of my passion, anyways. I like to inspire and motivate and just help people through situations. Not that I have all the right answers. It's just that I can share my experience, whether I did it right or wrong, whether I made the best decision or the worst decision. I just feel comfortable having that type of conversation with somebody, and they can figure it out on their own. But a lot of times people need somebody to listen to. A lot of times people just need a listening ear. They don't always need you to tell them what's right and what's wrong. What I want to be able to do is I want to offer quality, comfortable clothing that you can pair with a lot of different settings. You can pair with a lot of different other garments. So it might not always be a collection that I come out with. It might be a shirt. It might be a sweater. It might be a crew neck, pair of pants, pair of socks, a coffee mug. It might be anything, but basically what it is. Everything's gonna stem from a story. Everything's gonna stem from a place that I've been in my life. Whether again, if I knew where I was going, if I didn't know where I was going, these stories helped me get to where I am today, where I'm a lot more clear-headed about what I want for myself and what it takes to get there. So you got to go through some things to figure out what it is. So that's just all that I'm wanting to share, and to share my journey with other people through clothing. That is, I want you to be able to have a piece that you can wear 10, 20 years later, so that you're still within the same size, and it can still be paired with different things. To give you a great example of that, is Ralph Lauren. So I mean, that polo shirt has been in stores for God knows, I don't even know how long. But you can wear that. You can have a Ralph Lauren polo on that you got 30 years ago, and you put it on today, and nobody's gonna be like, "Yo, why you wearing that old shirt?" Because it's Ralph Lauren. It's timeless. Those are things I want to be able to offer as a garment under the Organic Vision brand. So Organic Vision, I got a lot of inspiration at a point in my life, probably like last year. My cousin put me on to an artist called Larry June. If you know him, you know. If you don't, you probably should get to know him. But anyways, he just speaks about a lot of different things that I was trying to figure out. He speaks about a lot of different things that are motivating, that are positive, and that are obviously healthy. But at the same time, he was just speaking. A lot of it just was like near and dear to me, and I was like, okay, wow, like it is somebody on this earth that has gone through some of the things. Some of the things. Not saying we're identical, but I can just reflect my story off of his, and it still makes sense to me. Now I didn't grow up hard living. I didn't grow up having to fight my way in the streets or nothing like that. But I also didn't have everything that I absolutely wanted and needed. I did get a lot of what I wanted. I was spoiled. I was a single child when I was growing up. So I don't have no grimy story about me trying to make it out, and there's no disrespect to that. I'm just trying to give you and let you know who I am. That's the whole purpose of this intro video. Just to let you know who's behind the brand and what the stories are. Why would you even entertain it, or why should you even watch this video, right? So, just want to say why I'm here, man. Kind of explain a little bit to you about what I want to do and where I want to go with it. And for now, that's kind of it. I want to create garments that tell a story, and these stories are just reflected upon experiences that I have been through, and we call that Organic Vision. And so the meaning behind Organic Vision, because I had to learn for myself, man. I mean, you're great. You're a great person. You have some gifts that you can give to the world. But if you don't see it for yourself, nobody can make those dreams or those visions come true for you. So first of all, you got to know who you are and be comfortable with who you are, and not have to hide behind a different layer of skin when you're in a different type of room. And that's what I would do in the corporate world. I never felt that I could really, really be myself. So I was a different version of myself in different rooms. And I get you have to have different personalities to maneuver, but also, man, it just felt so much better to be myself. And I knew being myself wasn't there anymore. So I had to move on and find something that I really could be who I am organically and go after what it is that I want. But outside of being yourself, it's just whatever that vision or dream is that you have in your mind that you may be pondering on. You may have wrote it down. You may have thrown it in the trash. You may have kicked it in the bucket just because you told somebody and they said, hey, I don't think you can do that. Or, hey, I don't think that's a great idea right now. Or, hey, maybe you should not look at doing that and do something that's more stable, or, whatever the case may be. Maybe somebody didn't talk you out of it. Maybe you talked yourself out of it. So that's what organic vision is for, is just kind of rebuilding that confidence and that positivity in whatever it is you want to do, no matter what it is. As long as you see a clear path to it, as long as you can write it down and articulate it to yourself and it makes sense and it's clear, it's concise, and you know what you have to do to get there, that's all it takes. You don't really need validation from nobody else. You really don't need to kind of go over it with anybody else until it's at a point where you need some help. Obviously, maybe you need some capital or something like that, but I think that's a little further down the road. Everything I think starts with the mind, right? So if you can get your mental space together, you know how to motivate yourself or how to push yourself through times and through different trials and tribulations and things that's going to be in your way, no matter how prepared you are for your vision or your journey or your dreams. Like, you gotta have that mental tenacity to be able to break through those types of barriers. It's not always gonna be comfortable. It's not always gonna make sense to the people around you. But as long as you know what you're doing, and as long as you know where you want to go, and as long as you don't forget about your current obligations, because you can't just drop everything and just switch gears. But just making it work, figuring it out, taking it day by day. Another thing is, like, I don't really have it all figured out, right? I don't really think nobody has it all figured out. Man, we haven't seen tomorrow, so how could we all have it figured out anyways? Like, we here just living life, and then I think for me, I'm more at a stage now where I can be present and not really have to worry about tomorrow, because I don't even know tomorrow coming. I'm trying to do all I can today to prepare for tomorrow if it does come. So I'm not gonna be lazy about today, but I'm gonna take full advantage of what I can do today to prepare for the next day. But I'm also gonna be present too, if that makes sense. So I just want to come here real quick, man, share that information with y'all, let y'all know who I am, where I'm from, what I'm about, what is organic vision about, what does it mean, how did I come up with it, so you can kind of understand the journey. And I'll come up here and I'll share more information. I want to share some more behind the scenes stuff of how I do my little operation, which will be a big operation one day. It's another thing, man. Don't talk down and don't talk small about it, what it is that you want to do. I'm working on myself too. I'm not perfect. I told you that in the beginning of this video. So we all have some things that we struggle with. We all have some things that we don't have down pat. But as long as you keep your vision first and know what it is, the path that you're going, you know where that destination is, you're going to be straight. And that's what Organic Vision is here to reiterate to the world. So until next time, man, thank y'all for checking in. Thank y'all for watching. Please like it, comment, and subscribe. We'll be back with another one soon. Peace.